hey, if you're anything like me and probably the rest of the world, you're wondering, is your home price, your home value, going to drop because of the coronavirus? Like, it's crazy. Everything's falling up, down, whatever. What's going to happen to my home price? And what's great is we're super lucky in Arizona because we have what's called the Cromford Report. And I want to encourage you, the data I'm sharing today, I get from the Cromford Report. They're a subscription service. It's really reasonable. If you're the kind of person who like, you want to keep up to date on this stuff daily, Mike, who runs that, posts a great daily observation of what he's seeing in the data. So I would encourage you to check that out. I'll put a link in the comments if you want to subscribe and support them. They do great work there, and I would encourage you to do that. I'm just going to give you a quick summary of what I think is going to happen specifically to home prices and what that's going to look like. So let's take a look at the data and see what it says. All right, so this right here is the Cromford Index, and this is a measure that they created over the Cromford Index, or the Cromford Report, that shows supply and demand. And anything above 100 is a seller's market. Anything below 100 is a buyer's market. So anything above 100 here, as you can see, we're way above 100. Like in the 240 range is crazy high. That means it's a seller's market. People are fighting over houses, multiple offers, cash offers, people getting beat, craziness, right? This is a super, super red hot high. Now you can see it started to fall here. Like, uh-oh, that's the top of a cliff right there, right? Things are going down. This is truly an indicator of what we're seeing in the coronavirus. What's happening mostly is not so much that people aren't buying houses, but that the supply is increasing. People are starting to list more houses. I think either they need the cash or they're kind of freaking out. Whatever it is, we're seeing more listings happen, and that's causing this supply-demand curve to go down. But here's the thing. Let me explain how this works in terms of pricing. The Cromford Index is a leading indicator. It tells us what's going to happen, not what has already happened. So this is a comparison of what the Cromford Index did. That's the black line here, versus what appreciation did. So we could see the peak here. This is like '05, early, or late '05 or late '04. It started to fall like a cliff, right? Maybe that's happening now, maybe not. We don't know. Maybe it'll level off. We'll see. But here's what happened to appreciation. So anything, the blue line above zero means homes were getting more valuable. Prices were still going up. So prices kept going up all the way till like halfway through 2006. So we saw the peak of the Cromford Index like a year before home prices started to fall. And then you see the same thing. So this is a leading indicator and a very accurate one, like really, really accurate, right? And it's incredible how we see the lag here of pricing. So would you want to sell at the peak of the Cromford Index? I don't know, maybe it's not the end of the world because you got a lot of this appreciation, but really you probably should have waited till like here to get all your appreciation. So should you be panicking? Probably not, right? Like home prices don't change overnight. It just doesn't work that way. They do change over time, as we saw right here. This definitely fell into a rut, but they don't happen overnight. So again, look where we are. Crazy in the high 200s. That's like what we saw, in this zone here. So we are in good shape. I don't anticipate there being a big problem with home prices changing very rapidly. So that is interesting, but here is the practical reality. If you were going to sell already, like if you had plans to sell in the next year or so, then I would sell now, sooner than later. The reality is this is really, really crazy. Like the coronavirus, all this other stuff, like we don't know exactly how this is all going to play out, but I know that there are potentially going to be more sellers in the market. That's what's happening right now in the market is people are responding by listing houses. So if you're trying to sell your house, there's probably going to be more competition in 2 months than there is now. A lot of people are kind of afraid to list their house now because of the coronavirus. So I think selling right now is not a bad idea if you were already going to sell. If you got plans to live there 5-10 years, then there's no point in screwing with any of this. Just ride it out. It'll be fine. No hurry, right? Just enjoy the ride and do your best you can to stay safe, but nothing crazy. Don't make dramatic decisions based on the coronavirus. But again, if you were going to sell in the next year, I would do it sooner than later. I think you're going to be a better spot now than you will be in 2 months. That's my particular opinion. We'll see. That every week I'll update, and I could be wrong. This is changing very rapidly. If you're a buyer, I think you're in a window here. There's going to be a window of time in the next month or two where you're going to see more inventory coming on the market and less demand because buyers are still kind of scared. So if you have a good steady job as a buyer, I think in the next month or two, you're going to have a real window of more opportunities than you have like right at this moment. So hope is ahead. I think there is a possibility that you're not fighting over houses quite as bad in a month. Now, are prices going to be lower? No, we had these people who were like calling me today, like buyers who were like, yeah, let's go in and make lowball offers. That's not going to work. It doesn't work that way. Prices do not change dramatically. Might there be an opportunity where a seller's just desperate and needs to get their home sold, yeah, but they're not stupid. I mean, if there's people out there buying homes, like there's plenty of demand for the supply we have. They're not going to undersell their house on purpose. So supply and demand still has effect. If someone really desperate to sell, maybe you've got a cash offer that might be valuable to them, but lowballing is not the right plan right now. At some point down the road, maybe that'll change. So that's the story right now with real estate. I'll keep you updated. I'm going to try and update this specific question once a week and keep everybody informed on what's going on. And in coming videos, tackle other specific issues that we're addressing, like will there be a lot of foreclosures? That's the next thing I'm going to cover. So stay tuned. I'll talk to you about why there will or will not be lots of foreclosures. Thanks so much. Talk to you soon.